Welcome to practice. We're going to begin laying down and having a blanket ready. I've got a blanket folded on, so it's long, narrow. It's a useful shape, and that's going to go underneath the hips. And either legs in parallel hip width or soles of the feet together and knees wide. And we'll take the arms overhead. Finding the breath. And just feeling that activity of laying down and putting in the support, finding the residue of that in your body. And let yourself give in to the equipment, the floor underneath you, the blanket under your hip. And noticing all those places where you might hold tension, natural, protective tension. Just recognizing what is unnecessary. And recognizing too that there is the breath always present. And as you start to really relax into the support, into the spirit of your practice, noticing now any places in your body that might need extra attention, awareness, compassion. Beautiful. We're going to release now, arms and legs. Take your blanket out from under your hips and hug your knees in. Walk your lower back a little longer by rocking the pelvis from side to side. Nice, and press your lower back into the floor. Bring your knees over your hips and have your knees at right angles. Arms straight up from the shoulders. We're going to press the lower back and feel the core of the body engaged. Good. And then right arm towards the floor overhead, left leg towards the floor beyond the foot, back to center. Left arm towards the floor overhead, right leg straight towards the floor beyond the foot. And keep going from side to side. It doesn't have to be great big movements, but you don't have to go all the way to near the floor to really notice what's going on in the core of the body. So keep the back resting. Really try to keep the skin broad there. And feeling that warmth, that gathering of strength in the core of the body. Nice work. Hug your knees back into your chest. Rock the pelvis from side to side. Feel that you're walking your lower back longer and longer. Nice work. Bring the soles of your feet as best as you can together. And your feet are in the air, your knees are out as wide as you can let them be. Good. And we're going to interlock the hands behind the head and rest your head into your hands. Lift your shoulders and your ribs, maybe your shoulder blades or your top ribs off the floor. So enough to, again, feel the engagement of the core body, the internal muscular support, pelvic floor. And just check in that your head is relaxed into your hands as much as you can. So trying to use the core, but not the throat, not the neck. And we're going to just roll the lower body right and the upper body left. And back to center, and then rolling in the opposite direction. So we're lifting as much of the shoulder blades off the floor as you can, pressing your lower back to the floor and keeping your head relaxed in your hand. And of course, there is the breath, always present. Press the abdomen towards the spine. Feel that strong internal muscular support. Beautiful. The higher you lift, or the more you lift, the more ribs you lift off the floor, the stronger this movement is. So you work where it feels strengthening for your body. Nice. And then release and relax your head back to the floor. Hug the knees in, rock the pelvis a little from side to side, walking the lower back longer and longer. Good. And then we're going to put the feet up, the legs are straight or semi-straight, and draw circles with your feet in the air beyond. Try to keep your lower back pressing on. The bigger the circle, the more the core has to work to hold the leg. So small circles with the leg away from center, also stronger work for the core. So just modify your movement so that you're finding the most nourishment from the posture. Neck relax. Other direction. And hugging your knees in, walking the spine long by rocking the pelvis from side to side. Beautiful. We're going to come up to sitting, so you can roll gently to your right side or cross your feet at your ankles and roll on up. It's easier to sit with your spine long if your hips are a little raised, so you could use your blanket, put your sit bones on. We're going to make, with the fingers long, we're going to make circles with the wrist. Dancing your hands and fingers. Feeling the flow. And that lovely movement. Graceful movement of your hands. Other direction. Make a soft fist and do the same thing. And you might notice that it isolates the movement more into the wrist rather than the fingers and the hands. Other direction. And another really nice movement for the wrist to really improve their suppleness. It just interlock your fingers and make a infinity symbol in front of you with your knuckles. I've just got a soft interlace of the fingers, not clenching. And then the other direction. Feeling the suppleness of your wrist joint. Beautiful. Soft fists and elbows now. So we're really trying to move the elbows right around their range of movement. You'll need to move your hands and wrists to get that happening. And then the other direction. Nice. And let's do shoulders up to the ears and shoulder blades back down. Ah, nice big shoulder circles. I guess we should go in both directions, so change direction. Good. Hands on the floor. And if you can't reach to do both beside you, go in front. Just make it work, so you might have to change the position of your leg. But put your fingers back and palms down and give your hands a stretch. I can't quite reach, obviously short arms, so or long body. So I'm going to go from side to side. But giving your wrists a stretch in that direction, right? If you bring them in front, maybe the wrists don't go all the way down to the floor, but you'll still feel that nice stretch in your forearms. Good. And then turn the wrist so you're on the back of the hand. And the same thing, you could do them at the side and alternate. That just feels better. Or else in front and I'd press them down. Beautiful. All right. And we're going to take an all fours position. Finding your breath. Just how lovely that is when you realize it's always there. And start to follow your breath with your movement. So we have got an opportunity to really stretch the fingers out straight here. To press the fingerprints, the base of the index fingers. We're following the breath with a cat stretch, arching the spine down as you inhale and up as you exhale. Try to follow the breath with the movement rather than forcing the breath to follow the movement. So that you're aware of the rhythm of your own breathing. Nice. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and be in downward facing dog pose. And with the rhythm of the breath, pressing one heel down and then the other. So inhaling, releasing both. Exhaling, pressing one heel down. Inhaling, releasing both. Exhaling, pressing the other heel down. Following the rhythm of your own breath and letting your body relax where it can relax around that breath. Stretch where it can stretch. Be strong where it can be strong. And then both heels down with every exhalation. With the inhalation, start to bring the shoulders forward almost to a plank posture. You can still keep the hips up a little. As you exhale, heels down. Inhale, shoulders forward. Press your fingerprints. Exhale, heels down. Following that comforting flow of breath. Strong hands, strong arms. Elbows a little bit bent. Pressing out the arms just above the elbows. Beautiful. Bring the knees to the floor. Good. So from a kneeling position, we're going to give the hands a stretch again. And if you're uncomfortable kneeling, make it a position that works for you. Bring the backs of the hands onto the floor. So I've got the fingers facing down, backs of the hands onto the floor. And then walk your hands around. So just give them their whole range of movement, gently pressing the back of the heel, back of the wrist towards the floor. Nice. Bring the arms forward, and we're going to have a forearm balance, arm shape on the floor. Elbows shoulder width distance apart. Forearms parallel. Take your knees back and bring your chest towards the front of the legs. Try to press the elbows down so that they don't slide out. Now, depending on your shoulders, if you've had a shoulder injury or you're vulnerable there, you might need to let the elbows slide out. But otherwise, really try to anchor down elbows, wrists, relaxing the back of the neck long. And again, finding the breath. Notice where the body is tense, protective. Notice where you might be able to let go of some tension, to embed the bones of the spine towards the front of the torso. Let the front of the torso lengthen. Nice work. Gently lift your shoulders and looking forward. Great. We're going to bring the knees in a little bit closer. Tuck your toes under. Readjust so your elbows are pressing down and they're shoulder width, forearm parallel. Stretch your thumbs towards each other. Tuck the toes under and lift your knees just off the floor, looking forward. Lift the knees higher so your legs are straight now. Press your heels, looking forward, and take the hips back as far as your shoulders are length. Release your knees to the floor and bring your arms beside you into child's pose, relaxing your shoulders and your hands. Back of the neck relax, face and throat relax. Stretch your arms all the way out to the front, forward Virasana. And downward facing dog pose. Opportunity here to stretch the fingers strong and long and straight. Press the fingerprints down, the base of the index fingers. Press the heels. And finding the breath. Always there. Shoulders over the wrist. And then take the hips back. Shoulders over the wrist. And taking the hips back. And follow your own breath rhythm. Take the feet back as far as feels comfortable doing this movement. Maybe you come into a full plank pose where the hips line up with the heels and the shoulders. And then taking child's pose and resting your arms, your shoulders, your hands. Arms forward, forward virasana. Shoulder blades back, top of the head reaching forward. And as you find the breath, find opportunities to give into this posture a little more, to embed the bones of the spine forward, to relax the neck more, to let the lower back broaden. Beautiful. We're going to take preparation for headstand position now. So bring the elbows onto the floor again, shoulder width, and interlock your fingers. We're going to press the wrists down onto the floor. Press the elbows down onto the floor. So you're feeling like your arms are strong. You're using all your strength. Double check. Elbows are under the shoulders, not out wider. And we're going to tuck the toes under. Feel the core of the body engage as you lift your knees all the way off the floor, looking forward. Feeling the bones of the spine resting forward. And there it is, the comforting breath, the revitalizing breath. Let's see if we can take the chest towards the front of the leg and let your head just hang down now. So your head won't be on the floor if your elbows are close enough together. Don't put pressure on your neck here. So come down, put your knees on the floor if that's the case. Otherwise, holding. Beautiful. And then releasing gently, knees to the floor. And take your arms back beside you in child's pose. Really resting your hands, your arms, and your shoulders. Great. Bring your knees together, tuck your toes under and hands on the floor, and practice your lifting the knees off the floor and putting them back down. So the toes are tucked under. If you can roll over your feet and press the heels to the floor as close as you can get them, do that part of the movement as well. Otherwise, we just practice that lifting the knees. Some people work there, some people are rolling over the feet, the heels. And in a moment, we're going to come up to standing and use whatever movement makes that a wide transition for you. If you're able to get your heels pretty close to the floor, try taking your hands off the floor and standing up. Nice. And come to the front of the mat. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to stand towards the long edge of the mat so you can see the front. We'll stand with the feet hip width, legs parallel. And just going to practice our taking the weight into one leg and lift your other leg. When you place your raised leg back down, you're going to find the placement with just the skin of your toes and ball of the foot. And then place the foot and then transfer the weight. So you lean to the other side, lift your other leg. When you go to place that back down, find your place with the skin of your toes and the ball of the foot, then the heel, and then transfer your weight. So there's a real intention. And we're going to sway from side to side doing that. Taking the other foot all the way off the floor. Find your place. So we're not just swaying and falling back into position. We're really intending the foot placement and the shift of weight. Good. Keep going. So you can feel that your balance really is in one leg, that there's no risk of falling off that leg. Beautiful. And then back to 2 feet. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Upper arms rolling out, palms in. Lengthen your lower back, lift the belly, lift the front of the leg. All right, we're going to bring the hands in front of the heart. Bring the right leg up in front. Now, you might need to keep your tiptoes near to the floor so you can catch yourself if you are wobbly. Otherwise, lift the leg high. Beautiful. We're going to take the right leg out to the side. Lift the knee nice and high. Press the hands, draw the shoulder blades down. Now, we're going to take the leg behind, so bring it back in towards center. Take the leg behind. Lean forward at your hip crease. So you're bending at your hip crease, lengthening the spine forward, and lift the foot up as high as you can behind you. We're going to gently swing that leg forward. Bring the knee up nice and high. Beautiful. And then that same way of putting your right leg down. So find the floor with just the skin of your toe. Place your heel and transfer your weight. Nice work. Standing into the right leg. Left leg lift. As high as you can. Press your hands. Draw the shoulder blades down. If you find that you're very wobbly, do the whole sequence with your toes near to the floor. So you can still experience taking the weight on your right leg, but your left foot is there to catch you. So we're lifting up high, left leg out to the side, lift the knee high, press the hands, draw the shoulder blades down. Beautiful. Bring the leg back towards center, so your femurs are parallel. Take the left leg behind you. Lift the foot high as you tip your torso forward, bending at the front of your hips. Good. And then bring the left leg in front. Lift up nice and high. Beautiful. Before you place the foot down, see if you can really be balanced. Stay balanced when you're standing foot until you transfer your weight. Nice work. Tadasana. All right, we're going to step back on the mat. Some people find having a chair is useful for that. So you can put the seat of the chair facing you. Feet are under the hips. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Press the bones of your spine forward. All right. We're going to step the left foot, a really big step back. So you're in a very long lunge position. Hands to either the seat of your chair or the floor. Lengthening the belly forward, lifting the breastbone, drawing the shoulder blades back. Good. And we're straightening through the leg, lifting the kneecap. Stretching the front leg. So let's see what happens. The bones of the spine, they're going to want to pop up towards the ceiling a little bit here. But keep drawing them forward. And straighten your front leg, but then maybe back off from that stretch. So bending and straightening. Find the breath. Maybe you can follow the rhythm of your breath with the bending and straightening of that front leg. Pressing the back heel. Good. And then we're going to bend the front leg now and bring the hips closer and closer and closer to the floor and looking forward. Nice. And we're going to lift the torso up now, pressing into your feet. Keep the hips dropping down and lift the arms up by your ears and looking up. Lifting the belly, drawing the thumbs back, lifting the small fingers, drawing the shoulder blades down. Virabhadrasana 1. Nice work. Bring your hands in front of your heart. We're going to step forward, balance on the right foot, and bring the left leg in front, as we did last sequence. So that you're balancing on your right foot with your left leg in front, hands are pressing, palms are pressing, draw the shoulder blades down. Take the left leg out to the side. Take the left leg behind you. Tip forward at your hip crease, lengthen the spine, and lift the left foot up behind. Good, lift the torso back up. Left leg comes in front. Lift up tall. And then see if you can find the floor. And then transfer your weight. Tadasana. And there is the breath. Urdhva Hastasana. And Uttanasana, bones of the spine reaching forward. And big step back with the right leg. So we're in a really long lunge. And then we're going to bend and straighten the front leg. Or try to straighten and hold if that feels nourishing for your body. Sometimes the movement of bending and straightening works better. So feel what works, but try to get that big stretch in your front leg. Try to embed the bones of the spine forward. So we avoid the skin taut over the spine. Now we're going to bend the front leg and we're going to bring the hips closer and closer and closer to the floor. Stretching the back leg straight, pressing out through the back heel. Nice. All right, front leg is bent. We're going to try and keep the hips low and we're going to lift the torso. Ooh. Lifting the belly, lifting the breastbone. Bring the arms up by the ears. I think I forgot to say, people are used to my parallel seat. It's a little different to classic yoga. So we're trying the parallel feet. It's harder to balance. Draw the shoulder blades down. Up. Beautiful. All right, hands in front of the heart. And we're going to step forward and balance onto the left leg. Ooh. Bring the right leg in front. Lifting the knee high. And shoulder blades drawing down. Good. Take your right knee out to the right side. We're going to tip the torso forward as we take the right leg behind. Bring the femur bones parallel to each other. Lift the right foot up high. Tipping the torso forward. Beautiful. Lift up. Ooh. And bring the right leg in front. And then find your footing. Try and find that just with the skin. And then placing your foot back down. Tadasana. Whoa. Nice work. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Mm. Pressing the back of the leg straight now, lifting the kneecap, bone, the spine, reaching forward. And there is the breath. Walk your hands as far towards your feet as you can, or as far forward as you can if your hands are already on the floor. Like straightening. Beautiful. We're going to put the hands down back on the front of the mat and little steps back to downward facing dog pose. Oh, letting your head hang down, strong straight fingers and knees to the floor. Good, and take a seat. Swinging both of your legs around now to the right side, Bharadvajasana, so that your knees are comfortable with this position. So you might have to have your legs out, more like a mermaid tail. We're going to turn to the left side and lean back. And what you'll be able to do as you lean back is really find a good stretch for the belly, the core of the body. We're going to draw the shoulder blades down. Ah. Mm. And then releasing that side and swapping sides. So flipping your legs around. Turn to your right side and lean back. And lean back far enough to find that you can really turn the belly, the abdomen in this twist. Good. Draw the shoulder blades down. Letting the belly. The rib. Ah. And there it is, the breath. Good. And then releasing that side. And we're going to lay down. Take the arms out from the sides of your body or straight out from your shoulders. Tuck your shoulder blades under. We're going to bend the left leg in and take hold of your leg or your leggings or your toe with your right hand. And we're going to let the lower body roll to the right side. But keep your left shoulder blade on the floor. And you can face over the left arm and you can close your eyes if you like, or soft gaze. And try to straighten your left leg, the one you've got hold of. Feeling the flow of breath. Beautiful. Let go or bend that leg, the left leg, and gather your core strength and awareness to lift the leg. Your spine is supported. Good. Arms back out. So you come back up to center. Hug your right knee into your chest and take hold of your right leg, your legging, your lower leg if you can, or maybe your thigh or your foot. And we're going to roll the lower body to the left side. Try to keep your right shoulder blade on the floor and looking over your right shoulder. Closing your eyes if you like. And see if you can straighten your right one you've got hold. There is the breath. Beautiful. Let go of the foot and bend that leg back in. And you're going to gather your core strength to lift the leg back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and rock a little from side to side, walking your lower back longer and longer. Back to center, feeling the breath. All that incredible movement that you're capable of. And if you'd like to stay for Shavasana, lay your legs out to straight. It'll be another 10 minutes. If you need to finish your practice now, rolling to your right side and coming up and sitting. And namaste to you. Shavasana, people find the back of your spine as long as you can. Feeling each breath. And with each breath, let go of tension. You may become familiar with places that your body always holds tension. Allowing your body to consciously relax. Just now, no need for doing. Only replenishing. Toes and feet, ankles, lower leg, knees and thighs, hips and belly. Around your sacrum, pelvic floor, lower back and your waist, middle back, between your shoulder blades, between your shoulders, upper arm, elbow, forearm, hand, and thumb, finger. And now the back of your neck, in your throat, the base of your skull and your scalp, around your eyebrows and between them, around your nose, your mouth, your lips, tongue, jaw, and ears, tuning your hearing inward to the quiet or the sound of your own breathing, always present. Feel the back of your body supported. The flow of breath, the vitality of your body. As you make little movements, fingers and toes, natural movement, into the natural flow of breath. Hands and feet, arms and legs. Mm. And then rolling over to your right side. Mm. When you're ready, come up and have a seat. And bring your hands in front of your heart, feeling flow of breath. Take the feeling of this practice with you. Namaste.